Kim Kardashian becomes emotional as Kanye West reveals in the trailer for his new documentary that he has stopped taking his medication. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and updates. The new documentary about Kanye West, who now goes by Ye, has quickly grabbed the world's attention with an emotional trailer that shows never-before-seen moments from his life, career, and marriage to Kim Kardashian. The short preview, which already has fans talking all over social media, features heartbreaking scenes that show the struggles Ye has faced with his mental health, his marriage, and his public life. At the center of it all is Kim Kardashian, who is seen breaking down in tears while confronting the man she once called the love of her life. The trailer captures Kim in a very raw moment. With tears in her eyes, she tells Ye that he is no longer the person he used to be. She says to him, "Your personality was not like this a few years ago." Those words are painful, because they show the distance that had grown between them as Ye's behavior became harder to manage. Their marriage had already been under a microscope for years, but this moment makes it clear just how deeply their personal lives were affected. Kim, who is known for being strong and composed in public, is seen completely vulnerable, struggling to keep her marriage from falling apart while watching her husband go through things she couldn't control. Ye has long been open about his mental health battles, though he has given different explanations over the years. He was previously diagnosed with bipolar disorder, but later suggested that he might actually have autism instead. In the trailer, he makes a shocking revelation, saying that he has not taken his medication for 5 months. This moment is powerful because it explains a lot of the behavior that had worried fans, family, and even the media. He admits it without shame, almost as if he is daring the world to accept him as he is, no matter how controversial it might look. One of the most striking scenes in the trailer shows Ye growing angry and Kim trying desperately to calm him down. He raises his voice and says, "Never tell me I'm gonna wake up one day and have nothing." The frustration in his tone makes it clear how much fear and pressure he carries. Kim tries to reassure him by saying, "We can talk about that later," but, before he cuts her off sharply, declaring, "It ain't no but." That interruption shows the intensity of the moment. For many watching, it's a painful reminder of how arguments can spiral when someone is battling inner demons, and how hard it can be for a partner to keep the peace when emotions are that raw. The documentary doesn't just focus on his marriage but also revisits his public journey, including his controversial run for president. The trailer flashes back to his campaign, where he shocked the world with his speeches and unpredictable appearances. The moments are replayed through the lens of his emotional struggles, giving viewers a different perspective on what was really going on behind the scenes. At one point, the trailer shows him breaking down during one of his Sunday service gatherings in 2019. These services, which became a signature part of his spiritual life, were meant to inspire and uplift. But the cameras catch him in tears, revealing a side of him that most people never saw. For someone who often projects confidence and boldness, the image of him crying in front of his followers shows just how deeply he wrestles with his emotions. Ye's words in the trailer are both shocking and heartbreaking. At one point, he says bluntly, "I would rather be dead than be on medication." This statement is a painful reflection of his complicated relationship with treatment. Many people with mental health conditions rely on medication to stabilize themselves, but he has often rejected it, saying it dulls his creativity and his ability to feel like himself. His defiance against taking medication comes across strongly in this film. He declares, "Either they destroy me, or I destroy it." The "they" he refers to seems to mean the system, the medical world, or even society at large, which he often believes is against him. His words are not just about him but also about his belief that creativity and free thinking are being crushed by outside forces. Later in the trailer, Ye passionately exclaims, "They're killing our ability to think outside the box." This outburst reflects his long-standing view that society tries to control people's minds and prevent them from being unique. To him, being different is not just a choice but a mission. However, to those close to him, these same words highlight the ongoing struggle of a man who refuses to accept limits, even when those limits might protect him. The trailer shows the tension between his genius and his pain, leaving viewers with mixed emotions about whether he is a visionary fighting the system or a man in need of help who refuses it. What makes this documentary trailer so powerful is how raw and unfiltered it feels. It doesn't try to paint Ye as a hero or a villain. Instead, it shows him as a human being battling himself, his past, and his relationships. The moments between him and Kim Kardashian are especially moving because they remind people that behind the headlines and gossip, there are real emotions, real pain, and real families being affected. Kim's tears and Ye's anger are not just celebrity drama, they are the struggles of two people who loved each other deeply but were torn apart by forces bigger than them. The trailer also stirs debate about how society views mental health, especially when it involves someone as famous as Ye. For years, the public has watched his outbursts, his social media rants, and his public breakdowns with a mix of fascination and judgment. Some people see him as a troubled genius who should be protected, while others see him as reckless and harmful. This film forces viewers to look deeper and ask uncomfortable questions about whether enough was done to help him, whether fame made things worse, and whether the world has been too quick to laugh at his pain instead of understanding it. Kim Kardashian's role in all of this is also significant. In the trailer, she is not shown as a celebrity mogul or reality star, but simply as a wife and a mother, struggling to hold on to someone she loves while feeling helpless. Her words, "Your personality was not like this a few years ago," carry the weight of heartbreak and frustration. They reveal how much she wanted to believe in the man she married, but also how much she had to face the reality that he was changing in ways she couldn't stop. For viewers, this makes Kim more relatable, reminding people that no matter how rich or famous someone is, they still go through the same painful struggles in their relationships. As the trailer spreads online, reactions are pouring in. Some fans feel sympathy for Ye, praising him for being honest about his struggles. Others express sadness for Kim and the children, who had to live through this chaos in private while the whole world judged them. There are also debates about whether the documentary is exploiting his pain for entertainment or shining an important light on issues that need to be discussed. Either way, it's clear that the documentary is going to spark conversations far beyond the world of celebrity news. Ye has always been a polarizing figure. He is celebrated for his music, his creativity, and his influence on culture, but also criticized for his outbursts, his controversial statements, and his unpredictable behavior. This documentary, titled, "In Whose Name?" seems to capture that contradiction perfectly. It shows the highs and lows, the brilliance and the breakdowns, and the complicated man behind the headlines. For those who admire him, it will be hard to watch without feeling protective. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.